In this video, I'll be walking you through one of the Microsoft Edge extension named as Metadata Browser for Dataverse. Now, this is basically a helper tool to browse the metadata for your Microsoft Dataverse database. Now, it supports Dynamics 365 and Power Platform solutions. So, this is used within the context of Dynamics 365 Power Platform application. Now, internally, it uses Web API for browsing tables, attributes, relationship, and option set. Now, if you want to install this tool, you need to navigate to Microsoft Edge extensions and try to find metadata browser for Dataverse. So I'll show you while I'm demonstrating those particular options. Now, features: quick access to option set labels and values. So it will allow you to view the option set labels and values which exist within your system. You can view logical names, schema names. You can see the relationship for table. You can view existing attributes and the corresponding properties. You can view the list of tables. We can extract global tables along with its properties. It uses a connection to Web API, so that means you do not need a separate login. It will take the context of the existing application. It's a quick installation process to install this Edge extension. It will also show you the logical name on the entity form. And more or less, you can even have an ability to basically export the content to a comma separated value file. Now, this is how the Edge add-ons looks like. So it's one of the extension for Microsoft Edge, metadata browser for Dataverse, and it will allow you to view the entity properties, attributes, relationship, options set, and many more. Once the attribute name, the logical name is enabled, then you will be able to see beside the field, beside the display name, the logical name against that specific form, as you see over here. So this is how the tool looks like. So basically it will show you the table name. You can view the table properties, attributes, relationship, and choices. So I will walk you through each and every items. So this is the relationship tab, and this is the choice tab. So let me walk you through first the company which has built. So Pascal Case is the company that built this tool. So Pascal Case metadata browser for Dataverse for Dynamics 365 and Power Apps. So if you want to read information, you can go to this website and view the information. You can also download the Edge extension from here. So if you click on download from Microsoft Edge, you will be able to find those extension. Or alternatively, if you can navigate to microsoftedge.microsoft.com/add-on. So if you navigate to this URL and search for metadata browser for Dataverse, from here you will be able to add this extension to your Edge browser. Now I have already installed, that's why I can see this remove button, and it has identified that add-on already installed on your browser. But in your case, it will be showing you some different button to install the add-ons. And you can read through the description over here. There's not much over here. It's just like highlighting some of the features within Microsoft Edge, the add-ons, metadata browser for Dataverse or dynamic CRM. Now, remember, on-premises version is not supported for this particular tool. All right, so if I go into the new tab over here, once I install it, you can navigate to your extension. So I'll go into the extension icon over here. Now, if you don't find the extension icon, you can navigate to this three dots and go to the extensions. I already have this extension shortcut over here. So I'll click on extensions and metadata browser for Dataverse. I have an option to pin or unpin from the toolbar, and I have an option to view the permissions, manage the extension, remove from Edge, unpin from toolbar, and various other options. So if I want to see the information, so let me go to metadata browser for Dataverse. Now it will take me to that same page which I just showed you a moment back. Also, if I go into the extensions, metadata browser for Dataverse, I can view the web permission, I can manage the extension, I can remove from edge, I can view the extension options. Now these are the extension options. So as you see over here, it hasn't detected any Dynamics 365 URL. So this says the tool automatically scans the app, tabs opened in the browser. If the correct URL is not loaded, open this extension from Active Dynamics 365 or Power Apps authenticated window. And you have an option to show attribute logical name of the entity form. And you click on here and then you can update the settings. Now it hasn't detected any Dynamics 365 URL. Now why is that case? Because it does not know which server you are referring to or which URL you are referring to. So let me go into airlines application. So this is a simple model driven app which I have built. Now this is a model driven app which has forms, it has views, it has custom pages, and those sort of artifacts which are typically you find in a model driven app. Now it lists the name of some of the airlines. So I've got 30 airlines listed over here. Now, if I go inside, say, one of the airlines, so Air New Zealand over here. Now, if I go into the extension now, so if I go into the extension, now you can see that it has detected the Dynamics 365 URL. So that means this tool is now ready to spit out information. Now it matches this dynamic URL. Now, once this is done, as you see, you can see the logical name beside your display name. Now, why this is there? Because of this extension. So sometimes it is handy when you're troubleshooting or when you want to build an application or when you are writing some JavaScript, you need to know the internal logical name for that particular field. And this is like a useful addition. Now you have an option. If you do not want that thing to show up, you just untick it and click on update settings. And then once that is done, that will be removed from the form. So if I keep it, click on update settings. So this is one of the feature. Right. Now this is a form, right? So if I go inside Dataverse Dynamics 365 for Power Apps, and there is a button which says browse the metadata. Now remember, I have just opened this for one of the table or one of the form, but it is global. It just needs that context. And once you log into any specific model driven app, say with an administrator access, then I clicked on it, then it will open that a page, it will open this extension, and it will have some sort of like a advertisement information. But the main part is here, choose a table. Now before I go that, let me go into the backend Power Apps. Now here we have a list of tables, right? So I can see a whole bunch of tables listed over here. So these are the tables. There's a recommended, there's a custom, and there is an all. So I can see whole bunch of tables over here. Now if I go to this extension over here, I can see that complete list over here as well. So it will give me ACI view mapper, AI builder data set. So let this particular screen loads and then I will show you the list of tables over here. But let's move ahead. If I click on the table over here, I can see whole bunch of tables. So entire table within the Power Apps environment, you will see listed over here. So let me go into one of the tables, say organization UI. Now if I go to organization UI, I can see the logical name of that table. I can see the schema name of that table. I can see the display name, whether it's a custom entity, whether it's manage, object type code, ownership type, auto create access stream, auto route to owner queue, can create attributes. So these are the different properties of that particular table I'll be able to see along with the corresponding value. So the table name is organization UI. Now if I go into Power Apps, as you see over here, I can see a whole bunch of table here as well. Now if I want to search for organization UI, I will just say organization. So I'll just say ORGANI, and it should list the table which has that word ORGANI in it. This is a bit slow, so I'll just switch back to the, yeah, I think it's just come over here. Now as you see over here, when I search for organization UI, I don't find that table over here. but the extension has given me that list of table. So if I just again click over here, so let me go into that table again. So let me refresh the page. And if I go to here, so let me scroll to O. So as you see, for organization, I have organization, organization, organization insights metrics, organization inside notification, organization settings, statistics, UI, data sync synchronization. So there are around some 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 11 tables. So as you see over here, there's not an 11 table over here, right? So that means it surfaces out those tables which are not even listed in this power apps interface. Okay, so similarly I will search for, say, model driven app. So if I just type in model, it should list down the model driven app tables. Now similarly, if I go over here, I will just type in model, and then it should give me model driven app, or say maybe I'll just type in module. Okay, so app module role, so I can see around 8 9 tables, right? Here also I will type in module and keep it ready. So if I search for module, I can see app module component, app module roles, app module metadata, dependency, and then model driven app as well. So if I click on model driven app, this is a special table which will list down all the model driven app within your Power Apps environment. And again, you can see all the different properties which this particular table has. It will give you the collection schema name, logical collection name, entity color, and so on and so forth, right? It will give you a description, user localized label. So there are around 46 property which you can see. If I search for module over here, I don't see that table, right? So if you want to search for any hidden tables within Power Apps or backend Dataverse table, explore this particular tool. Now, alternatively, you can also download the CSV. So if I click on download CSV, it will download the CSV file containing that particular table properties. So I've already downloaded that file over here. So as you see, it lists down that 46 properties, name and value. And this is that same 46 property, name and value. Then we have attributes. So if I go to attributes, I can view the attributes of that particular table. So let me go into the custom table which I have. So I have a table named as, say, airlines. So I'll go to the airlines, and here I have this table properties. Then attributes. So attributes are basically logical name, schema name, display name, attribute type, max length, min value, max value, precision, required level, is audit enabled, is customizable, is data source secret. So you can see whole bunch of information which have been extracted from the Dataverse table. Also, you can clear the column, you can keep it read only, you can align it, you can filter by condition. You can say whether it's empty, whether it's not empty, whether it begins with, say, if I just say it begins with, say, G Corp. If I just want to find out my custom table, I have other filter by values. I can filter by created by and some fields. So this is the custom 37 custom attributes, which has its logical name, schema name, display name, attribute type, and I can have a look into that particular specific column, right? So this is also an important thing. Now I can alternatively download that CSV file as well. So if I want to create some sort of a data dictionary for my table, I can do that as well. So this will give you a nice table in the form of an Excel document. Now, one-to-many relationship, if this table has one-to-many relationship, I can see the schema name, reference attributes, reference entity, referencing attribute, referencing entity, assign, delete, merge, reparent. So that's all cascading rules. So it will give you that information as well. Many-to-many relationship, There's no relationship for that. And for choices, this is also important. Now, when you write a JavaScript for a specific field based on the state, you need to extract the value. So now I have this expansion status. Now, if I want to write a JavaScript for expansion status choice column, this value comes handy. Plus, it will show you the display order as well. Status code, network alliance, headquarter city. So it will show you all this information over here. So this is also a nice way to see this information. Now, I don't see any download CSV button for choices, but for others it was present. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically use the Dataverse extension. So this extension is metadata browser for Dynamics 365 and Power Apps. It will help you see the internal tables, which is not exposed through Power Apps. You can view the various table properties. You can view the attribute for a specific table. You can view the one to many to many relationship, and the details of choices. And also within the form, if you want to see the logical name, there is an option to turn that setting on as well. So that's it, guys. This is all about the Edge extension. Have a look into that. Thanks for watching.